I'll hand you over to Marco Colovetti.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Marco, for the beautiful introduction. And I mean, he asked me now to talk about what OrangeLife is doing with the IDRI. But I really don't want to talk about that. Okay. Sorry. I didn't prepare any speech anyway, because I suppose there was just one speech yesterday with some other people outside of IDRI. But I was walking this morning from the hotel. It was very beautiful weather. And I was thinking about that yesterday I made 45 years old. And I thought what I'm doing in my life. I mean, I worked hard. I've been a medical doctor. I worked for the government. I was in the business in the last 10 years. I made enough money to stop to work. So why I'm walking right now in Seattle? I could be on the beach. I could be on the beach having a beer there, and I'm walking here going to an institute that, as every time I come here, there are new people. I don't know. I met today a new friend of mine. We had lunch together from India. She told me that she used to live in New York, in Atlanta, now in Seattle, that she likes what she does, and she hopes that what she does, and you do, guys, has a sort of impact, maybe one day, we don't know, we never know. So the question is, am I doing the right thing? I mean, am I doing something that really I want to do? What is the impact of what I'm doing? So the question is, are you guys, especially the new people I don't know, do you really know what you are doing here? Because maybe you are here maybe they are going to weigh up on that.
I knew there was that.
No, I think it's a good question. Maybe because I'm getting crazy with the age. I don't know, 45. But the question is: are you here just for the salary? Are you here because I don't think it's for the salary? But are you here because maybe you think that you are not tough enough to work in Wall Street or in a big pharmaceutical lab that make billions of dollars with drug against cholesterol? Or maybe you should be a famous player, a singer, or something. You didn't have the courage to do that. So you are here working about something that you have never seen, maybe you will never see, maybe you heard about some diseases or problem, but it's not your reality. Your reality is if your dog is healthy, if there is
actually, Marco,
influence.
we're working on that too.
If the new influence is coming here, you don't have any big problems, right? US, as in Europe, as in England, as everywhere. And what I would like to tell you is, in the reality, if you think like that, it's better you go away from IDRI. I'm sorry. It's better you live now, because IDRI is not that. And I tell you this because many years ago I met Steve, and Steve is a researcher, but he's the only researcher I know that is completely different from any researcher I met in my life. And he told me, Marco, you know, I don't give it, I can't say that words. I don't care for the research. I care for what the research can do on the field. This is the only objective, this is the only point I care. And I said, wow, this is the guy I was looking for. I mean, maybe this institute is the institute I'm looking for. And so we started to have a relationship. That means that you guys, maybe you don't realize now, but believe me, trust me, your work is firing ministers around the world, is changing governments, is making people thinking, is making people going out from suffering to have a good life and to use their vote, their right to vote, to change their own country, thanks to you, your work. So maybe you don't know that the impact that you generate through companies like OrangeLife, that they are the arm and you are the brain, is so strong that you must go back home and say, man, watch yourself in the mirror and say, man, I thought that I was here just because it's just a job. This is not a job you are having here. This is something that you can change really the future of millions of people and the reality of many countries. And this is true, this is not just a speech. This is the reality that I'm living. So for example, I tell you, we are working in leprosy, right? We made the tests, you made the antigens, we registered the tests, and for you it's just a test that can help some people to diagnose leprosy earlier and so on. But this is not only that. Maybe you don't know that in Brazil we're going to have the World Cup, we're going to have the Olympic Games, Summer Olympic Games, and we are spending billions and billions of dollars on that. And you know how much we spend for leprosy program? Almost nothing. Why? Because we don't have leprosy. We have just 40,000 people every year that are diagnosed because they are with the body destroyed. But we have much more leprosy people, but government don't want to know. Why? Because they want to build another stadium. They don't want to buy rapid tests or drugs or vaccines. But thanks to your work, and thanks to our work, and thanks to people who understand how it's important this, we made lots of noise. For that reason, your work is changing governments, it's changing ministries. For example, the Ministry of Health, he changed now. And the new Ministry of Health, after he saw this video, and after many people saw this video around the world, he called me and he said, please Marco, come here, I need to talk with you. What's happening? What we did wrong with the leprosy? Why are you so angry? Why are you so angry with us? What we can do to fix the stuff, the things? I said, it's easy. You just buy 9 million tests every year for 5 years, and then you buy the therapy, you give the therapy to the patients, and you give the vaccine. And then I guarantee you that in 5 years, you will eliminate leprosy from Brazil. And if you don't do that, that is so easy, because it's so cheap for you, I will continue to be pissed off. So I will continue to give interview, I will continue to be angry, I will continue to ask to people to show this video to all your friends, and to send email to the Ministry of Health saying this is a shame, please fix leprosy in Brazil. And when you will receive in your personal email millions and millions of emails, then we talk again. So, if you don't believe that your work changed the world, please give a look to this video. So, have you ever seen Brazil and India? They are the biggest exporter of leprosy in the world. I was in New York. I was having dinner in a beautiful restaurant, Italian restaurant in front of Central Park. I was sitting at the bar because I was alone, and rapidly I saw a very big limousine Mercedes coming and dropped down an old man very proud and very powerful, full of money and so on. Everybody knew him in the restaurant, and he sat close to me. And I started to talk with him. And when I told him that I live in Brazil, he told me, oh, coincidence. My driver, he's from Maranhão. Do you know Maranhão? I said, yes, I know Maranhão. It's the highest concentration place of leprosy in the world. He said, what? I hope he didn't fire the driver, but this is just to tell you that if you think that you are safe here because you are in Seattle, you are very, very safe life, believe me, with the globalization, all this safe is not so real, it's not so true. And so please, when you go back home now, today, later, think about what I told you, that you are not a common people, okay? You're very special people. Because think about, I don't know, I think I'm getting older, getting childier also. So I'm thinking all the time, now OrangeLife is making all the marketing on superheroes and comics. So think about you like a superhero, or helping superheroes, making part of superhero concept. Because superhero is very bad paid, except Batman, that he was born rich. But the other one are very bad paid. They do things to help people, not because of the power, not because they want to be recognized, not because they want to get money. They do that because between there are 100 people, they see an injustice and they just turn back. They don't care. But one, and that one is the superhero, say, I don't accept this, and I'm going to work to fix it. And you are superheroes because you are fixing it. So thank you so much, and please send the email, and Lee will have the email to write to the Ministry of Health and say, and ask to your friends also, 10, 20 friends, watch the video, and if you like, send an email to the Ministry of Health. We want to stop leprosy. Thank you.
Any questions for Marco?
These are finance guys.
Yeah.
So.
The Wall Street,
Yeah.
the wolf.
Marco, what are the current treatment regimes available, and are they available for people in the colonies, and how effective are they?
Yeah, in colonies there is no treatment anymore because they are negative. The problem is that they have not any life anymore. Actually, I don't agree with this story of the colony. I mean, the colony exists because they, in the past, they have been isolated by the family, from the children, from everyone. So they are alone. The only friends they have, they are people from the colony. And so they continue to be in the colony, and they don't have a work. They never had a work, and the government gives the minimum as possible to them, for them to survive. But the problem is not the colony, because the colony is 50 years old. It's a different situation. The problem is now, the situation is now. It's that young guy that you saw, that he didn't say that, but he is impotent. He is 23 years old. I mean, a guy impotent just because a disease that has 3,000 years. And in 3,000 years, human being did so many things. We want to go to Mars. I mean, there are so many things to fix. Let's spend a few money to fix this first. I'm not against Mars. I love Mars. Yeah, but let's fix this, please. And then, I mean, the therapy is for free. Sanofi gives the therapy for free. Then we have, I hope you run with that. We have the vaccine, and the vaccine is fantastic. Why? Because when we detect some positive patient, okay, probably they can have the disease or not. There are many people without the disease, even with lots of antibodies against leprosy. But they have much more chance to get leprosy than a normal guy without not positive for leprosy. So if we make a prophylaxis to these people using the vaccine, we reduce the presence of the bacillus in the air. And this is the point. It's not just to diagnose the people with the disease, but it's to take off the bacillus from the environment. And to do that, the weapon, we have the weapons. It's rapid test, vaccine, and therapy. That's it. It's simple. It's simple. In 5 years, with a few investment, we can do that in Brazil, and we can give an example for the rest of the world.
And to follow up on your, the treatments are given free of charge. They're distributed by WHO. The major issue is that every country that's reporting leprosy reports their detected numbers every year, and that's how much drug they get. So there's not a, oh, we think we're going to find more cases next year. They're getting numbers based on last year, so
you can't
if they don't have active detection.
Sort of carpet bombing, mass drug use, hit everybody in the,
Yeah, all the governments, they make the maquillage, they change the numbers, they don't want to say the real numbers because they are the first, they judge the leprosy people. So it's like in the past, we continue to have stigma on that from the government because they themselves, they don't want to say to the rest of the world that their country has leprosy. And this is incredible, this is crazy. I mean, this is one of the biggest scandals in the healthcare I have ever heard about.
So that's what I was going to ask you. Do you know what the burden is in other countries, or is it totally underreported?
Totally.
Because I mean, I've seen
in Thailand it's totally, in India it's totally,
Sudan, I've seen
in
lots
China it's totally,
yeah.
everywhere it's totally. They also in China, for example, they are asking for the test, they are asking for more information, but they don't say why they want that. I mean, well, because they have the problem, but they don't want to see the sides, so that they don't want to say, talk about the sides of the problem. Nobody wants that. I don't understand why it's so easy. I mean, when you know a problem, you have the power to fix the problem. But if you don't know the problem, you don't have any power. You're lost. So, oh well, I'm not political, so maybe it's that reason. It's easy.
Do you have any way of knowing if it's increasing worldwide?
If it's increasing the
Leprosy overall is increasing. Incidence?
Well, Brazil is increasing, of course, even if they say that it's slowly decreasing, because I've been personally in the most endemic places where I saw incredible things. I mean, since children of 4 years old, the same age of my daughter, to people, older people, and so on. I mean, the concentration is so high, that really make me scared. In this, especially north of Brazil, but all around. If you go in Rio de Janeiro, next to the Olympic Games park, there are many favelas, many slums. You go there, you find many cases. It's like TB. But I don't know why TB is fashion, leprosy is not. Tell me why. You know? Or we can ask to Bill why. I don't know.
So you're going to have the video on your website or on our website or
Wherever.
We'll
Really
post it.
sorry.
We also posted today on our website, there's a blog that Marco wrote that recaptures a little bit of what he spoke about today, and he spoke to a group of donors for us last night. So we've got the blog, and then I'll post the video as well. So those are two
sorry
things.
for the video if it's very heavy. I mean, get you sad, but don't get sad. Get pissed off because there is the way to fix it. If there are no way to fix it, I got very sad, sure. But we have the tools to do that. It just don't wait for governments, don't wait for Bill Gates Foundation, don't wait for nobody, powerful people. We are with the power. We, each one of us. If you use all your friends, everybody use their friends, watch the video, send the email, we can make millions of people sending email, and then I want to laugh. I want to laugh in the Minister of Health face, really.
I just want to add that maybe next time you speak to the government, tell them how much an impact this has on GDP, because that's the language they understand. They understand this has a huge impact on the gross national product of a country when you have this kind of spread of a disease.
We did any approach. I mean, I didn't finish with the approach because they are waiting for me now on 10th when I'm coming back, because they want to have a personal, I don't know why, a personal talk with me. And they want to know what is the next step, or maybe they want to know what I'm ready to do against them.
So everybody make the most of Marco until the time.
Maybe they want to kill me, or they have
You're in jail, we'll
enjoy
have to
me
come
now.
screaming. Jail.
I'm going to the jail, they're waiting for me at the airport.
Any more questions? Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Marco.